Welcome, friends, subscribers, and no strangers. What's up? Peter Picker here. So, you hear all this stuff about retail arbitrage, and the next thing they say is Amazon FBA, Amazon FBA. I'm here to show you in this sales video that I have sold quite a few items in the last 2 weeks that were retail arbitrage items on eBay. So, you can do retail arbitrage on eBay. Here's my proof. Let's get started. Alright, the first item we've got here is Murad. It is an eye cream. I don't know anything about this. Joni got this in a FitFab Fun Box and she said, I'm not going to use it. Can you sell it? I looked it up on Amazon and this is an item that would sell on Amazon. There is a listing. I don't like selling these small companies that are just starting out or trying to make a name for themselves. You tend to get a lot of issues with cease and desist and IP claims in my short 6-year history with Amazon. So I like to sell these on eBay. $35 free shipping. Hey, that's winning. That paid for 2/3 of Joni's FitFab Fun Box, and she gave me one other thing that's worth $50. So it is listed, so it will sell at some point, and then she gets 2 free boxes. So that's awesome. Next up. Okay, not an RA item, but I picked this up at the National Flea Market for $8. Took a $30 best offer. It is a portable document scanner. I like this one because when I made the offer, the person says, I'm not a reseller, I'm a school teacher. Alright, well, I hope you get great use out of it. $8 to make, so $22, and the shipping, it'll go cubic shipping. If you haven't heard of cubic shipping or don't have any idea what I'm talking about, I have videos somewhere below. Maybe I'll try to remember to link it right here to a shipping video on how to use cubic shipping and pirate ship. Save yourself a lot of money if you can, heavier item but small. Alright, back to the retail arbitrage stuff, right? Vivitar, I picked this up for $3 to $4 at a Walmart. It took a little while to sell it because Vivitar is not a name brand that you think of when you think of, man, I need to get a great camera, I need a camera to do things. Not to mention it's a 5.1 megapixel, and my general rule is, especially at yard sales, is only look for anything that's 12 megapixels or higher. That's generally where the money is. But you know, make $13 on this one. It went first class in a bubble mailer because it's already protected in plastic there, so I had no problem sending it in a bubble mailer. Alright, next up, we have this snapper spool weed whacker replacement. I had 6 or 7 of these guys. They were $1 each at Walmart. This is the last one. Generally, I don't mess with something retail arbitrage that would only make a few dollars, but when you've got multiple quantities, I actually sold all the rest of them, and then we found this one, so we list. That's why it doesn't have a quantity listing with it. So you're making, because it went first class shipping, so you're making, you know, $6 on these things, and you've got 6 or 7 of them. It's $40. $40 is $40, right? All right. So here's a great example. This is FX folding wax. It was really hot last year. CVS was the last one to carry these guys, and you could pick these up for $6 on CVS, $6 to $50 plus shipping. I'll take that all day long. I don't care what the sales platform is. This was a great sale for. It didn't have a seal on it. It didn't have a. So I was worried about, you know, Amazon customers being very picky and returning these things, so it's just much easier to be able to sell it on eBay. Power Ranger, pink translucent. This is a Dynacharge, supercharge. What's the rule that I live by with these things? You always check the pink Power Ranger because she is the oddball. Not odd as in different, but odd as in the only female. All the other ones, the red, the green, the black, the yellow, they're all guys running around. This is the lady, so she'd naturally be less of her. Same thing works with Barbies. You know, I always check Ken. I always check African American Barbies because those two are just not as made as many of them. Ninja Turtles, April is the girl. Just think about Paw Patrol. There's 2 girls in that one. Everest and what's the little pink one? Can't think of her name. So just be smart about you're trying to figure out which ones are the case shortages. That generally are the ones that are hard to find, worth more money. And even if these are equally spaced out, you know, there's only one girl. You know, Power Rangers are not, and Paw Patrol are not just for guys or girls. So whenever all the girls are trying to get one, that one goes away faster. So it just makes good sense when you're out there hunting. Alright, this guy here, you can see that the box sticker didn't come off. I was restricted anyway. It was $5 at a Tractor Supply. Probably hadn't heard me say that one before. Tractor Supply. Sold it for $18.99 with shipping. It shipped at 11 ounces, so that was a good deal. All this stuff adds up, folks. You know, retail arbitrage is not about just crushing every single item. Retail arbitrage is about selling a lot of new items. Okay, so $1 at a yard sale. This is a brand new BluRay. It's Bruce Willis 3. I don't know. Depends on if you're a fan or not. Forgettable or unforgettable movies. Last Man Standing was okay. The other two. 16 blocks was I'm glad. The Last Boy Scout didn't like it too much. 21 bucks. Didn't send it to Amazon because it came from a yard sale. Generally, I try not to send items that I don't have provenance for a receipt that I can prove where I got it from. Don't worry, great money on eBay. This Nike backpack, tell you the story of this one. I sold it twice. It's got a nice heavy duty zippers on. This bag was in really nice shape. $5 at a yard sale. And I thought about keeping it, but then I realized I've got too many bags that I thought about keeping. So I sold it. The lady about an hour later says, "Son picked a different one, likes another one better. Can I refund this one?" I hadn't shipped it. That stuff happens. What are you going to do? Get mad, carry on, or just hit relist and sell it again? You hit relist, sell it again, and move on. Use your energy. Be positive to the next item. So there we go. This stuff happens to everybody. You're not the only one. All right. GNC Superfoods. I don't know what a Spiramill is. Spiramill. All I know is that the store was closing 70% off of all GNC. And this was 11 bucks, and I got 35, and I got 6 of them. This is the third one to sell. I still have 4 more left. So there's good money in that. I charge a higher $10.95 shipping. You'll notice sometimes I do free, sometimes I do $4.95, sometimes $10.95. Then if an item is very heavy and I can't get cubic shipping, it will be what I'm struggling for the word, calculated shipping. It will be calculated shipping. So they'll pay exactly what it costs. So come up with your own system. There's no right or no wrong. Some items sell better with free shipping, like the very first one. Some items are touch heavy like this one. They need some shipping on. Some items are first class and they just have $4.95 covers most of them. So there's no right, there's no wrong. There's just the way I do it. There's just the way you do it. There's no right or wrong. Just make sure that you account for the cost. Another Hardluck story. This guy sold 2 of them. They were from a yard sale. Picked them up for a couple bucks each. Everything in the mailbox got scammed but this one, and this guy lost in the postal service. Just don't know where the hell he went. So we'll mourn the loss. We refunded the person this morning. I apologize. That's all you can do is just be nice and say, "Hey, look, I'm very sorry this thing went out with everything else. I don't know what happened to it." I checked with my post office, and without the initial scan, it's hard for them to search something that's never, they see is never making it into their system. So you win some, you lose some. All right, this is another good story. Bearded Picker, we did retail arbitrage for $5. What the hell were you thinking? I got 4 of these. They were a quarter each. And so I've got a quarter, sold it for $5 plus the shipping. Made a little bit on shipping because this was 6 ounces to ship. I forget where it went. It went out yesterday. But so what if I told you that you spend $1 and you're going to make 20? Then you go, "Damn, Bearded Picker, you got something there." All right, so I spent $1 and got 20. I see that. I see your mind working. I see you fogging up and smoking up the office. You got to think about these. Think about the whole. If you got like items in one listing, you got to think about it as a whole piece instead of just one. All right, GNC Megasport. GNC was 70% off at clothing. At closing. I got 3 or 4 different ones for men. The men's were the good ones at that store at the time. This was $8. Sold it for $34.99 with $5 shipping. It was 11 ounces of ship. So the $4.95 covered it. I've sold 2 of the other ones. I've got one left. I forget which variety it is, but they all were a different varieties. This one was sport. There was another one that was daily. There was another one. Don't make me lie to you. All right, another Joni donation. I don't know why she bought it, where she bought it. Y'all go. I've told you enough about she's a Pyrex nut. Well, this is her other obsession is Vera Bradley. She generally buys Vera Bradley. The outlet store used to sell their outlet stuff on eBay through their own company, but they don't do that any longer. That's probably where this came from. She never used it, found it in the closet, and said, "Here, can you sell it?" You're damn right I can sell it. So I don't have any idea what was in it, what I had into it. $34.99 plus $10 shipping is what we got. So this is the shocker here. This little guy, he was hard. I saw it a couple on Amazon, but he was hard to find the listing because if you read down at the bottom, it says Lycan Rock, I don't know, midday form. There's also a midnight form. This has got some red in it. It's hard to get the exact listing, so we sold him on eBay. I paid $2.25 for this. December, there were some videos about GameStop clearance. Any of the Pokemon that was yellow and blue like this was on clearance. They were all, they were never marked. So this is the first time telling you about it. Oops, sorry about that. Once I figured out that they were all yellow and blue like this, this is the old packaging, were on clearance. Every store I went to, I just looked it all up and bought all of them. And most of them went on Amazon. It's already gone. But this one, and the next great thing is, I'm like, I think I've got 2 more of those. So that was outstanding. I've still got 2 more of those to sell. So I've got to get those listed. This was just some energy pills. I don't know anything about them other than they were $2. And I was at a drugstore clearance. It was probably the same one with the GNC. We showed the picture of the box. It's not great. Right there had a little bit of, I don't know, somebody squeezed it, I don't know. But they are still sealed. The little capsules are sealed in their little things. So worked out great. You know, you make $12 on that, or $13 because the shipping cover. Because it was extremely light. So, all right, Books A Million. They have a clearance section for books. I don't know how many of you guys knew that, but you know, you'll be out in the middle of a bookstore, especially Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and they have all these books that are value priced, and it's just books they've reduced the price on, but there's no value for reseller for most of them. Books A Million has a separate section for clearance. It's usually on somewhere you have to really look for it, and there'll be 30, 40 books on it. These were $1 each, so I sold 2 of them. I don't know what I'm getting emails for, but they're just, I should have turned that off. So I've sold 2 of them. They went medium mail, even though these things were big and heavy. They went medium mail, so that saved me some money. I think about $4. So that was I actually had a total of 3 of these. I sold 1 on Amazon, and the number was so ugly, I kept the rest of them here and listed them on eBay. There's a video out there somewhere of me in a Walmart in the middle of the night buying bras. A bunch of dollar bras. This was a dollar bra. This is the last one. I've sold all the rest of them. And we got $10 for it plus shipping. So this thing was really light to ship. I didn't ship the hanger, so I ended up, folding it very neatly, wrapping it in tissue paper, and putting it in a smaller box. So it was very, very light. So that was the shipping covered that very nicely. All right, Battlefield Battle Company number 2. Walmart clearance. My Walmart, or one of the Walmarts here, there's like 7 or 8 in town. They put a bunch of video games in boxes, and they put them up against the register. The register's kind of in the back of the electronic section. And I was just scanning through them and found this one. And I was going to send it to Amazon. Jacob found it listed on eBay, and we got $15 for it. So, hey, that's a good deal. They go right in a bubble mailer and fold it over, so a little more protection, and away it went. This last item, I saved some fun for the last. This is not a retail arbitrage. This is a yard sale. Harlan and I went to yard sales, and there was a gentleman who was retired from a travel with business, and everywhere he went, he bought his 2 grandsons' university jerseys, and now they'd outgrown them, so he was selling them. So I think I ended up with 15 or 16 of them for $1 each. this is the University of South Carolina, who just last weekend had the luck of the draw with the Tide. Roll Tide, right? Everybody roll Tide. South Carolina got a big butt whooping there. So I like South Carolina. I like that team. Their fans are awesome. What that sellout, that stadium was rocking. They got us 10 years ago, but not so much this time. We don't play those games a lot, even though they're in the SEC. They're in the East. It's been 10 years since we played them, and then we don't play them again for another 5 years. So, but this jersey, $13.78, paid $1 at a yard sale. It went first class on a bowl mailer. And yeah, so South Carolina's giving you a roll tide. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've really expanded your mind about how to source for eBay. You know, bearded picker, my yard sales are gone. You know, can't find any auctions. Estate sales are too expensive. Blah, 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 blah. Retail arbitrage is available. You know, you've really got to really build these businesses and really keep stuff going and maximize your profit and your time. You know, add retail arbitrage. You know, you'd be amazed what you can sell. The quantity doesn't sell like Amazon, so instead of buying 10 of something, I might buy a couple. But it's still worth it. It's still worth it if I'm restricted on Amazon, it's worth it to sell it on eBay because I've spent the time to get somewhere to do something, and there's still profit in the item. So I challenge you to check out retail arbitrage for eBay. It works. And on your way out the door, how about doing the YouTubery for me? Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the stuff that we YouTubers beg you to do. And we'll see you in the next one. Roll Tide.